Rome in 100 AD, the heart of the greatest empire the world has ever known. Under Emperor Trajan, the Eternal City reaches the peak of its glory. Today, we walk through the Roman Forum, the beating heart of ancient civilization. A place where politics, religion, and daily life converge. Close your eyes for a moment and step back 2,000 years with me. It's early morning, just after dawn. The Forum is already stirring to life. Merchants set up their stalls. Senators in white togas stride purposefully toward the curia. The air fills with the smell of bread baking, incense from nearby temples. And yes, the less pleasant odors of a city of 1 million people living without modern sanitation. But look around you. Every building here tells a story. Every statue commemorates a victory. Every inscription preserves a law that governed an empire stretching from Britain to Mesopotamia. Our first stop, the Temple of Saturn. Those 8 massive columns you see, they've stood here for over a century. But this temple is far older. Originally built in 497 BC, it's one of the most ancient structures in the Forum. This isn't just a place of worship. Deep in the basement lies Rome's treasury, the aerarium, the wealth of an empire. Gold from Gaul, silver from Spain, tribute from 100 conquered peoples, all guarded by these stone walls. Watch as priests in ceremonial robes ascend the steps. December is special here. During Saturnalia, Rome's greatest festival, even slaves are briefly freed to celebrate. Social order turns upside down. But today, in spring, it's business as usual. Now, we approach sacred ground. The Temple of Vesta, goddess of the hearth. That circular structure is unique in the Forum. And there, do you see those women in white? The Vestal Virgins, 6 priestesses chosen as young girls to serve for 30 years. Their one duty, keep that flame burning. If it goes out, Romans believe the city itself is doomed. The responsibility is crushing. But the privileges, unprecedented for women in Rome. They own property. They have the best seats at gladiatorial games. Even consuls step aside when they pass. Break their vow of chastity, though, and the punishment is horrific. Buried alive. Look at their faces. Some can't be more than 10 years old. Imagine the weight they carry. We're standing now on the Via Sacra, the sacred way, the oldest road in Rome. This limestone pavement has felt the weight of history. Victorious generals have paraded down this road in triumph, their captives in chains behind them. Funeral processions of emperors, religious festivals. Every significant moment in Roman history has passed through here. Run your hand along these stones, if you could, each one worn smooth by centuries of footsteps. In this spot, Julius Caesar's body was cremated after his assassination. The mob went mad with grief, tearing apart the Forum in rage. History isn't something that happened somewhere else. It happened here, right where you're standing. There, that elevated platform decorated with the bronze prows of ships, the Rostra, named for the Rostra, the beaks of warships captured in battle. This is where the fate of Rome is debated. where Cicero delivered his devastating speeches against Catiline's conspiracy, where Mark Antony displayed Caesar's bloody toga and turned public opinion against the assassins. Watch now as a senator takes the platform. The crowd hushes. In Rome, public speaking is everything. There are no newspapers, no mass media. If you want to be heard, you must have the voice and the skill to command this space. The senator's words echo off marble facades. Some citizens cheer, others jeer. This is Roman democracy in action. Chaotic, passionate, sometimes violent. Behind the Rostra stands the Curia Julia, the Senate House, rebuilt by Julius Caesar, completed by Augustus. Those bronze doors weigh tons. Inside, 600 senators debate the laws that govern 60 million people. They sit on marble benches arranged in tiers. No desks, no papers. Every speech given from memory. Emperor Trajan, wise enough to value the Senate's counsel, often attends sessions. But make no mistake, the age of the Republic is over. Augustus saw to that a century ago. These senators have prestige, wealth, tradition. But ultimate power, that rests with one man wearing purple. Still, the rituals continue. The debates rage, because Rome respects tradition above all else. This building represents 500 years of republican government. Even if the reality has changed, the form must remain. Now step into the Basilica Aemilia. Not a church, that's centuries away. In Roman times, a basilica is a public hall for business and law. 2 stories of marble columns soar above you. The floor is decorated with intricate mosaics. Light streams through clerestory windows. The acoustics are magnificent. Here, merchants close deals worth fortunes. Lawyers argue cases. Bankers exchange currencies from across the empire. Rome runs on commerce, and this is where it happens. That table there, a money changer converting Egyptian drachmas to Roman denarii. That group in the corner, grain merchants negotiating a shipment from North Africa. Rome cannot feed itself. Every day, cargo ships arrive at Ostia with wheat to feed the masses. Without that grain, the city would starve within weeks. The Forum isn't just about glory, it's about the mundane mechanics that keep an empire running. Though it won't be built for another few years, imagine with me, right there will stand one of Rome's greatest monuments, the Column of Trajan, 100 feet of marble covered in a continuous spiral of carved scenes. The story of Trajan's conquest of Dacia told in stone. 2,500 figures, soldiers crossing rivers, building camps, battling barbarians. A comic strip in marble that would make modern historians weep with its detail. At its top, a statue of the emperor himself, looking out over his city. And hidden inside the base, when he dies, Trajan's ashes in a golden urn. This is how Rome remembers. Not in books that might burn or rot, in stone that will last millennia. Walk with me to the Arch of Titus, 20 years old now, still gleaming white. Emperor Titus built this to commemorate his greatest victory, the siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD. Look at the relief inside the arch. See those Roman soldiers? They're carrying the golden menorah and other treasures from the Jewish temple, spoils of war. For Rome, a glorious triumph. For the Jewish people, catastrophe. The temple destroyed, never to be rebuilt. Thousands enslaved. A diaspora that continues to this day. Rome builds arches to celebrate victory. But every victory means someone else's defeat. Someone else's city burned. Someone else's children sold into slavery. The glory of empire casts a long, dark shadow. Those 3 columns standing together, all that will remain 2,000 years from now of the Temple of Castor and Pollux. But right now, the full temple stands magnificent. Castor and Pollux, twin sons of Zeus in Greek mythology. Rome adopted them as protectors. Legend says they appeared here after the Battle of Lake Regillus, watering their horses at the spring. Romans are practical people, but they're also deeply superstitious. Every major decision requires consulting omens. Priests read the flight of birds, the entrails of sacrificed animals, the patterns of lightning. The gods must be appeased. This temple is also used as a meeting place for the Senate, and the steps? They serve as a speaker's platform. Everything in the forum has multiple purposes. It's midday now. The forum is at its busiest. The morning legal cases have concluded. Senators break for lunch, but the crowds only grow. Look at the diversity. That man in the corner with dark skin, from Egypt or perhaps Ethiopia. That merchant with the accent, from Syria. Rome is a melting pot. People from every corner of the empire flow through here. Children chase each other between columns, their mothers calling after them. A street performer juggles. A beggar pleads for coins. A prostitute eyes potential clients. The forum is sacred, but it's also human. This is what history books miss: the noise, the smells, the chaos. History wasn't made by marble statues. It was made by living, breathing, sweating, laughing people. People just like us, separated by 2 millennia, but driven by the same hopes and fears. The sun is setting now. The long shadows of columns stretch across the pavement. The crowds thin. Merchants pack up their wares. In a few hours, the forum will be nearly empty. At night, it's dangerous here. No streetlights, and the vigiles, Rome's police force, are spread thin across the city. But for now, in this golden light, you can see why Romans call their city eternal. The marble glows like honey. The red tile roofs of surrounding buildings catch fire with sunset. An empire rises and falls. Emperors come and go. But the forum remains. The heart that keeps beating. 2,000 years from now, tourists will walk through these same spaces, but they'll see only ruins, broken columns, scattered stones, fragments of inscriptions. They'll struggle to imagine the glory that was, the noise, the color, the life that pulsed through here. But now you've seen it. You've walked the Via Sacra. You've stood in the shadow of temples. You've heard the echoes of speeches that shaped Western civilization. The Roman Forum, not just ruins in a history book, but the living, breathing heart of the ancient world. Thank you for walking with me through time. The Roman Forum was just the beginning. Imagine walking through Cleopatra's palace in Alexandria, or witnessing the last stand at Thermopylae, or exploring a Viking longhouse in winter. All of this is coming. Subscribe so you don't miss a single journey through time. History is waiting.